Good night, everyone. Welcome again. Welcome to another FRENZZYY podcast. I know that you guys are probably wondering where are us because we weren't here last night, but just to let you guys know that yes, we're still alive. Might be under the cush in terms of having a little flu here and there, but we're still alive, man. And I'm joined tonight by Kim's once again. Hopefully, Ravi said that he wants to jump on, so hopefully Ravi will be on as well. We're here tonight to discuss some Jamaican football because it's been a while since we have last talked about them. So welcome once again, Kim Zorgon.
There, man. They see what going with this Jamaican football. See what's taking place.
Man. All right, so first and foremost, this is where we're going to start. It's confirmed that one Jonah Flemings has finally signed with Toulouse over there in the second division in France. They are currently second in the league, if memory serves me correct. And we heard the rumors from, I believe, around November that he was signing for them. And you look at this and you have to be happy for the guy. Reason being, we know what transpired over there in USL couple months back. Well, basically a year now, and it was slated that he could have ended his career, but it didn't stop him, and he's finally signed to a professional club. Because yeah, USL they're making chumps over there, yeah, but it's not in comparison to getting the exposure in terms of a top division in Europe. And even though it's the second division in France, it's superior to that of the USL. And just happy for the guy. What do you think about this deal for him?
Um, I'm really and truly happy for him. I know the JC alumni celebrating this one. As you rightly said, you know, a couple, a couple months ago, probably a year ago, I don't remember how long it was. When the whole slur came about, and what he said and what he didn't say. Um, you know, a lot of persons were deciding his fate, and I said, well, I'm gonna play football again, and this is America, and everything that they have to say about it. But you see, when you have a good agent, when you have talent and people believe in you, and see, he came out and he apologized and so on. People are saying, Jamaicans, yeah, you idiot, what kind of apologize? You don't apologize. And I said, I was one of them. I said, well, if the man don't apologize, are you going to go ahead and pay his bills? Are you going to take care of the man? And you know, it just show that you pay a small price, for something bigger. And I really like this. Of course, I'm happy for Junior and so, but when you look at the doors that it opened up for other Jamaicans in the USL, when you see one of your countrymen make it to this level, League Two, they're second in it, they can well and make it to League One. But when you see, somebody like a Junior Fleming, somebody like a Devon Speedy Williams now looking at and say, let me continue working, let me continue pushing. Probably my time is coming. Somebody like a Nico, or Nico Brettingham, yeah. Somebody like him as well, thinking, say, hey, if this happened for Junior, it can happen for me as well. So I believe that it can open a lot of doors, and it shows that even though people, a lot of the Facebook coaches like to come and talk about, USL are idiot league and all of them something. Well, it is, we'll see that scouts are looking at it, we see that people are looking at it, and I couldn't be much happier for the guy, and I just hope him go over there and represent well. Obviously, discipline is always something that has to be at the forefront. You go ahead, you have a discipline, you play your football how you know to play it. You do your best, you work hard, and good things will happen. So, really and truly happy for the baller.
I guess Christoph who is watching on Facebook, but Christoph, here, what I want you over on YouTube. That's where I want to see you. And for the rest of people that are on Facebook, jump over onto YouTube, man. Come on. He's saying that this is a good move for Junior Flemings, and
Yep.
also Michelle is saying that she's happy for him. But when I look at it, Ken, so over the past what I'd say 2-3 months, we have seen some Jamaicans making moves into some
Mm-hmm.
divisions in and around
Mm-hmm.
Europe and by and large even outside of Europe because you know that Shaman Nicholson is now at Spartak Moscow, and we said that open doors to other Jamaicans as well. Because obviously means that people are watching them. And
Yep.
then what's his name? Jordan Fletcher has been linked to a team down there in Egypt, a team
Yeah.
named Eastern Company. And when you look at that, it simply means that scouts are watching.
Yep.
I means that these agents are trying to pull off moves. It's not like one time before where all they used to focus on is just trying to get these players into MLS, USL, and not
Yep.
even MLS, USL, because that's where most of the Jamaicans tend to go. So
Yep.
it simply means that they are trying to open up other doors for Jamaicans. So
Yep.
what do you think about these moves of the past
Uh,
couple months?
Also in the Levant, I believe it had something to do with the Jamaican footballers themselves because I believe the ambition wasn't there to go to a place like a Egypt. The ambition wasn't there to go to certain places, but obviously, you want to go to the MLS because I think the MLS for a Jamaican was the gold standard. You make it to the MLS, you're playing in the MLS, boy, you're doing great things. We see O'Neal Fisher play over there. We see Andre Lewis play over there in the MLS and thing. So that was looked at the gold standard. But then, when you and I dare I say, um, let your wings loose. You realize, boy, you can still play other places. You still get a particular exposure. Still make as much money or even more, and still be looked at. So going to Egypt. What I'm naming Damian Lowe. He was in Norway at one point. I don't know where he is right now, but all these footballers,
I think he is in
go
Saudi Arabia.
is in Saudi Arabia now. I think even Romario Williams went to somewhere far away as well. So when you get an opportunity like this, you go ahead, you take the opportunity. You make even my like a high school Virgin Day, Kemal Malcolm. He was over by El Salvador, playing some
I
good
think he still
football.
is.
Yeah, playing some good football, scoring some nice goals, scoring some winners, and getting the highlight that he needs. I believe all of those that level is better than the Red Stripe Premier League or whatever them call it. The Jamaican League, right? I think it's better than that. So, I love it for these Jamaican footballers. It continue opening doors. So when the ballers them a play Manning Cup now, is something what them can look forward to instead of saying, "Oh, well, we just want a scholarship for go foreign." Instead of just say we want a scholarship for go foreign, then say you can look into other avenues where you can continue playing football and pursue your career. So I absolutely love it.
All right, and you're Sharon Bannick saying that good move, Flemo, locking heads with Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi. And he's also adding to that comment by saying that first, second, and third gets to go League One at the end of the season. So yeah, eventually will be that's if Mbappe will still be at PSG. But it can only goes well for him. And here's Demo saying that Flemo and proud of the youth. Hope him not go there with his homophobic gesture and talks and hope he's learned a lesson. And Fresh God saying that Damian Lowe still in Egypt. And
Oh, okay.
yes, Christoph also saying that I am happy for him. I am not his biggest fan, but I see it opening doors for other Jamaican. I agree with that
Absolutely.
because I'm not his
Uh,
biggest fan either, but you see, because it's opening doors for others, that is the
yep.
major sticking point about it. Because to me,
Exactly.
Flemings, he can do so much and no more in terms of he's limited. This
Of
guy will,
course.
will do all the basics right in terms of getting into position, but it's when it matters most in terms of that final ball. That is
Hmm.
where, are not necessarily the final ball, but the decision making in the final third. That is where Flemo lacks the tactical nose in terms of the IQ to actually make the right decision. But in terms of opening doors to others, I'm happy about that, man.
Yeah. As I said, very much happy for him. I think he has, obviously, me personally, I think he has a low ceiling. I think he has a very high floor though, but I think his ceiling is very low. But going to this league, you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot from other professionals. Obviously, you're going there, you're not going to be the best there, but you're going there to do your best and perform your best. So it's all about learning and adapting. See what you can see what you can take away, see how you can go ahead and process everything. For me, if I was Flemo, I'm picking the coach's brain, pick the coach brain, understand what I need to do, understand the assignment, and just go ahead and perform. Once he must score goal, getting assists, then he's doing a good job. Because going into when you're going to as I was mentioning to you backstage, when you go to League One, if you're not firing all cylinders, they're gonna leave him down in League Two, with one of those other teams. So you want to ensure say, you're there a part of the pack.
And let's also point out that he's the first Jamaican male footballer to play over there. well, he hasn't played yet, but he's actually the first Jamaican to actually sign for a club in France. We know that a female has done so already in Khadija Shah because we know that she had signed with Bordeaux. So in terms of male, he's the first. So big move for him. And here's one of the JC old boys saying that that is Leighton saying that big move is for more hard work payoff. More Jamaican ballers can work hard toward these opportunities. Facts. I agree. But yeah, that is what we were saying, producer. That is end products need to improve. And going into a professional outfit, we expect that to actually improve as well. So we only can look for better things from him. And hopefully, as Kim said, he take as much as he can from the coach and bring that back to the Jamaican setup because we know that he might be an integral part going forward in the Jamaican setup because I don't think they will just trim away just like that. So let's hope that he can pick the coach brain, work on his game, and come back a better footballer. Um,
You know these things. These things stimulate the Jamaican coaches. You know, when you go on and you play these big leagues, EPL, French league, all these big time leagues. You know, the coaches get real happy and giddy headed. So obviously, Flemmer will always be a part of the national setup. So, as I said, I just want him to learn. I want to see, obviously, after him getting feet wet, I want to see how much improve. And I'm looking at him, I'm not supposed to see the same bonehead mistakes. I'm supposed to see improvement in the football, improvement in the IQ, and, something that we can build with. Flemmo young, so obviously we want him, to be one of the staples in the team for sure.
you're sure in saying that yes can be a pathway because MLS stop looking Jamaican way. MLS want to sign a lot of European superstars at the back end of their career. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like that, It's more a case of the MLS are trying to develop more US talents. And by trying to do that, they're trying to get in some of those European footballers because yeah, they're trying to improve the brand. Because all right, look at it. You look at a player like Lorenzo Insigne who is at Napoli. He's what 30. You want to say that man is at the back end of his career and he's going to sign for Toronto FC and it's more a case of they're trying to build the brand because Kim's always come on it and said that whatever US is in, US want to be number one. So they're trying to improve the brand of US football and trying to get in some of these European footballers is the only way that it can generate interest from outside markets and even US market as well. So they're trying to build their thing more. So I don't necessarily agree with the part that it's to the back end of their career. Um, yes, Michelle saying that I prefer if the players go Europe over US anyways. And here's Big Entertain saying that January, big up the friends crew, can check in from what day. What's the latest left on case? Big up on yourself, G. Go again, producer. Definitely not. Producer asking to the viewers. You're saying that you guys should name the best Jamaican young player there is right now because he doesn't think that Flemings is. So to the viewers, you can go ahead and name it. But what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to look at the squad that was named for the friendly that is going to play against Peru. So not sure if you guys can see it clearly, but the goalkeepers in the squad are Dwayne Miller, J.D. White, Amal Knight, and the defenders now are Damian Lowe, Richard King, Jamai Tope, Kemar Lawrence, Javian Brown, and the midfielders now are Javon Watson, Kevin Lambert, Tevin Shaw, Ramon Owell, Devon Williams, Peter Lee Vassell, Lamar Walker. And the attackers, a man who has been. I'm trying to find the character to actually term him as because he promised so much at schoolboy level, but in terms of senior football, he hasn't really shown much. And I'm talking about Alex Marshall. He has been disappointing on the senior side of football. I know that he has been over there in, I believe it's Canada, playing for one of those teams, and he hasn't really shown much as you'd expect him to. Then you have Dwayne Atkinson, the youngster from Cavalier. Then you have Deshane Bedford. You have Kaim Paris, a man who I kept on calling for ages upon ages to be a part of this setup, and finally has gotten a call up. Then you have Devante Campbell, That's a youngster. I believe he's 17 or 18 years old. He plays for Mount Pleasant in the local Premier League. And then you have Jordan Fletcher, who plays for Mount Pleasant again. He's another one that I said they said that he is linked to a club in Egypt, the Eastern Company. Then you have Corey Burke and Okosa Chang, who plays for Our View. Um, to be honest, I kind of like some of these call up that I see. Reason being, some of these youths deserve a chance to actually try to prove themselves, right? For instance, you look at a Kaim Paris. It has been a while now that he has been playing for the team over there in Slovenia, and he has been doing well. But for some reason or the other, he hasn't been given the call up. So I'm happy that Paris has finally been given the call up, and he can now showcase whatever talent he has to them to show that he can cement a place in the senior main team. Kim, so I'm just showing them the team that has been selected for the games against Peru. So,
Alex Marshall.
yes, sir.
Hold on, let me see who else. Attackers. Still no Kemal Malcolm in the team. Such disrespect. Paul Hall, you're going to Javon Watson? How the backside this? Paul Hall says something like Javon Watson, man.
Yeah, man, the tenacity.
Oh, but him no Andre Blake.
No, man, it's all right. This is basically a local select squad.
Well, Damian Lowe, did he?
Yeah,
Cameron
some yeah,
Love.
you're going to have one and two outside of Jamaica, but most of them are mainly local based or
Oh,
USL thereabouts.
my biggest takeaway from this is Dwayne Atkinson. Big piece of ball of that. Fletcher. Fletcher was a big baller in high school. Not so much now. Him not strike me as somebody who is captivating. But Dwayne Atkinson, love watching that player. Obviously, Paris, we have talked about him on many occasions, so we're glad to see him
Yep.
get a chance. Alex Marshall is a Georgian, but I probably my least favorite Georgian that. Devon Williams, of course, Lamar Walker. All right, not a bad. And they're playing against Peru.
Yeah,
They
but here
they
what Kings. I'm going to stop
yeah.
right there. Since as I mentioned, Alex Marshall, what has gone so wrong with him? Because I know that there was some noise surrounding him while he was in high school that I don't remember if it was one of his parents wanting him to focus on football or one wanting to focus on the books or some argument like that. So, do you think that this guy is really interested in playing football or he's just seeing football as a backdrop?
No, no, man. Him love the ball game, man. He really loves playing football. But the thing is, sometimes we can love something, Like me, I love track and field, but hey, guess what?
That's
I
not
can
a good
see me at
idea.
the Olympics or them thing. You get me? So sometimes I love some things, but we just have a particular limit. And I believe that's the situation with Alex Marshall. At St. George's, I think them baby him, Never Bell, all of them, I think them baby him at George's. And when you're there at high school and you're a quote unquote baller, you get a particular rating. So it bring up your ego a particular place, it bring up you're proud a particular way. So obviously when he left George's now, and I think he went to Cavalier, one of them
Cavaliers.
team there, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. When he went there, I think, he started getting a reality check, and then obviously, he went on a couple trials and it never went how he wanted it to go. And I think he might be lazy or not focused enough. Um, I don't think he works hard enough. I think he's a player who, believes that his talent can take him all the way.
But wasn't
Um,
wasn't that the drawback when he went over on trial in Germany? Because I believe he went to what, St. Pauli, and they said that he didn't work hard enough.
yeah.
I think that was the drawback as to why he never
Yeah,
selected him.
yeah. The thing is, Levan. You see, when they go on them trials, as you know, 'cause you watch a lot of football, but when they go on them trials, you and everybody basically they on the same level.
Yep,
Everybody can play ball. You're not gonna go there and I like a manning cup training, you're going outshine everybody and people are say you and they're on the same level. So what is your work rate? Alex Marshall now work hard as he's supposed to work hard. Alex Marshall is not a person who will be the first person at training and the last person to leave. He's not gonna do them something. You see me? And but obviously the youth can play ball, hopefully, you just have to have the right people around you. So hopefully that can happen. But I don't see him as somebody who will blow me away. Obviously, I think Fisher is better. I think Devon Speedy Williams. All right, for example, let me give you an example. Both Speedy. You see, when Speedy was at George's, obviously him could have played ball, but there was always a knock against him about his size. There's a knock against him about his size and him small, and how is he going to make it professionally because he's so small and so. But one thing Speedy has always done, very disciplined footballer. Even if you see him play very disciplined. I see him getting a bag of yellow card, and I see him getting a bag of altercation with people, and he works extremely hard because he know what he lacks and where he lacks, and then him work for cover up those deficiencies. Alex Marshall probably thinks him are the best footballer in the world. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, that level them thinking. So him don't think him have to work quite as hard, and him always get left off of the train. So that's just how it go.
Here's Michelle saying that Marshall love football, but football don't love him back.
That's a that's a good one, Michelle. That's a very good one.
And here's Christoph saying that that's what I read. It didn't work hard enough. And Sharon
Yeah.
is asking if you and Sagla Virgin.
Who asked that? Sherwin.
Yeah.
You're asking me if my talk about Rashid Johns. Johns, ask me for Johns in my talk about. I'm gonna see what I'm saying.
All right, Sherwin, just respond to that. And
Yeah,
here's
for Johns.
Adlam saying that very disciplined youth overall, not only in football games.
Oh, you talk about Speedy Adlam? Because if a Speedy, then absolutely, for sure.
But otherwise, in the squad that was named, any surprises at all? Otherwise, some of the ones that have been called up because all right, the youth named Ramon Oil. I remember when they were searching for a midfield and they went for Speedy. Not Speedy, I mean Watson. A lot of people were saying that this is the guy that they should have called up because he played for what Waterhouse, I believe it was, and he did well in the local Premier League. But for some reason, they are the top. Decided that here what, we're just not looking at your direction. But him along with Tevin Shaw has been called up, and even Kevin Lambert, who was basically ostracized from the setup, have been recalled. Do you think that these guys have a place in this team, or a thing that is just just players making up a team right now? Because you know that they
Well,
basically have a core of players already.
to be honest with you, Levon, um, you can have a core of players, but if one of these players come and them impress you, for example, like we know, for our midfield, what we have lacked over the whole World Cup qualifiers is, discipline in the midfield, taking control of the ball, ball distribution, and so because we have Anthony Grant, I think his name is him can win the ball, and then normally you have Devon Speedy Williams to distribute it. But we want obviously Speedy is good, but obviously Speedy is limited. So we want some ball handlers, as Robbie would have said. We want some ball handlers in the team, in the midfield who can handle the ball. So if any of these players, any Kevin, Lambert or Tevin Shaw, any of these ballers, this is now your opportunity. There's no more excuses, no more Whitmore bias, no more none of that. This is a totally new coach taking over, giving you an opportunity to prove yourselves. So I know, say you probably don't come, but you have to come your best on the day. When you're playing against Peru or whoever, you come the best in the training session. Like you just do certain little things to stand out. You first up on the training ground, juggle the ball, all of them little something there. And I just think once you can put yourself in prime position to be seen by the coach, I think you'll be fine. If you're good enough, you'll get selected. If you're not good enough, hey.
And I also read that Demari Gray is going to get his Jamaican passport and he will be called up for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. What do you have to say about that?
Um I know you're supposed to be happy for sure because you have been hinting at it forever. Finally, he finally gets an opportunity coming at the side. He has been playing some good football. But honestly, we need all hands on deck right now. All hands on deck. All hands. So, Demari Gray, if you are here to let us try and qualify and be competitive to make it to the World Cup, come on along. And bring your uncles and your cousins and everybody else who you can bring. But we need all the help in order to get it done.
Okay. Sorry to all the viewers, but I'm going to have to cut the show short. So, Kims, I'm going to have you talk about whatever. I'm not feeling too well, bro. So, you have anything else that you want to expound on?
Um, I saw Everton posting it, but I read the comment. Um, not sure when if I hear me attack, if I John's attack, yeah, me and John's used to the track and field. John's in the a class I had of mine. Good youth. I think Adlan probably know him as well, but a good youth. Um, as it relates to anything else that I have to say, people remember, we have a males podcast that is coming this weekend. We have a promo video about to release. Yours truly, Levon, is in there live and direct, letting the people know exactly what's going on in full promotion mode. So you guys want to see it, but as I said before, I gave you guys the topic that we're going to be discussing. We have another topic as well, but to keeping that one a secret. But all the men, all the women, each and everybody want you guys to come out. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. We have some great things coming. That first night, we have a lot of giveaways. We have going on for the persons that go ahead and tune in. So, hopefully, we get to see you guys and we can have a good talk.
All right, guys, on that note, I want to say thanks to all of you that has tuned in. And hopefully, I'll be back with you guys soon. I'm not going to say if it's tomorrow or whenever, but hopefully, whenever I feel better, I'll be back here. So I hope that all of you guys stay safe and enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace up, Kims.
All right. Listen.